3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. We are moving on to part 5, the final part of our animating in code project, where we are going to add animation. So for part 4, you should have added some special effects. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up my part 4 projects. I'm going to click See Inside. And I'm going to go to my part 2 projects and See Inside. And I'm going to add a little bit of code. So you've made artwork. But what you want to do now is you want to make it interactive. How are you going to interact with artwork? We're going to use a little bit of code. Well, I'm going to open it up here. I'm going to bring this in, and you'll be able to make this yourself. It's an if block, so different than a forever block. If we go to control, I'm going to drag out an if then block. This is a conditional statement. That's what it's called in computer science. It's a condition like if the light is green, you go. If it is red, then you stop. It has an interaction. So I've brought a sensing block here, and there's a lot of blocks you can look at, if touching color, if distance, so you can start to make all these interactions to make a game or a piece of artwork. I'm going to bring in if touching mouse pointer. And then I'm going to say, if touching mouse pointer, what do I want to happen? And I'm going to put a little bit of code in there that'll only happen if the sprite touches the mouse pointer. The easiest one could just be a wait. So I could bring this in, wait 1 second. If I put this inside the forever loop now the code for your loop says it's going to turn 1 degree forever every 1/100th of a second. But if it touches a mouse pointer, what does it do? It waits for a second. So when I run my code and now I go to move my mouse pointer in, if I touch it, what happens? It stops. Touch that one, it stops. So I've gone through and I've already added that code to each one of these layers. So you can just drag and drop it in, and put it in your code. And once you add all of these, you click run, and now you've added some interactive art. Now you could change what this timing is, but whatever code you put here, maybe it could be a special effect. If touch ghost 50, if touch change color, if touch set color to red to blue. So what we could do is I want you to add some kind of if-then statement to make your art interactive, and then you're good with part 2. Then you're going to jump over to part 4, and you're going to do the same thing. So right now I added the if touching, but it's not in the turning, it's in this color change block. So now if I run my code and I put my mouse on one of the layers, it will stay the same color. So if I want those colors to stay the same and I move my mouse over them, now they'll stay the same color. So this starts to get very interesting because you can start to add interactivity. You can start to make really interesting, dynamic artwork with code. I'm excited to see what you make.